Just that whatever I do, God's always going to be there. You know, if I do something wrong or if I don't know where to go or what to do, whatever I do, I'm not going to be out of his will. So even if I think it's the wrong turn, it's really not, you know. God's always got a plan, so it'll always work out.
I definitely think that one of the most influential things would be, like, I don't always apply it, but it's still stuck about, like, asking for help and, what was it? And just being willing to accept help when given it, instead of just blowing it off as not important or that I can do it myself.
One piece of advice I've learned from my family is whatsoever you're doing, always put your best into it and make use of every opportunity you have so that tomorrow you won't regret it.
I wouldn't say there's like a certain thing that they say all the time to me that I could just like be like, oh, they say this, but my mom's always told me just not to try to fit in with people too much. I'm already like kind of different, so I mean, you should just go with it. Like, don't try to find acceptance in people who like don't matter. Like, you need to find your acceptance in God. And even though it took me like years to learn that, I'm just really appreciating that she was always there to say that to me growing up. And then my dad, he's just always been one to just be like, I made mistakes when I was a teenager, so don't think I don't know. And he's good at, they're both good at just being like, we have experience in this. So I can't think of something super influential. A lot of what they say is influential. Let's see, my dad, recently he says this thing called YOLO, and he's like, everyone's living like it's their last day. So if I need to, like, you know, it could be your last day, so you should live it not worshiping God. Well, yes, worshiping God. You should live it glorifying God. It shouldn't just be for you, because if it was your last day, would you want to live, like, with all of your own selfish, like, desires, you know? So that kind of snapped me out a lot of things. You know, growing up, they've always told me that I could be whatever I want and that I'm special to them and they appreciate, like, what I do. So that kept me going for a while, but yeah.
I think the most influential piece of advice they've given me has been they pushed me to get out there and try new things during high school, joining theater crew. That was probably one of the bigger things that they pushed me to do, and I ended up really liking it and doing all 8 shows at Heritage. And just to be influential in the lives of the underclassmen and to get to know them, because that means a lot to them, and just to be nice to them.
The one thing that I'm remembering right now, which I'm sure there's a whole lot more, is that they've always encouraged me to be influencing people instead of letting people influence me. So being the light in the dark world, basically, and not letting the world influence me, but influencing the world. So that's always been really cool to me.